Overcast skies for a championship Sunday at the 2016 Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic. The Ocean Club Golf Course on Paradise Island in the Bahamas, hosting the season opener for the LPGA. Whit Watson, Judy Rankin with early highlights. This is Hyo Joo Kim at the short par 4 per second shot. Had made 3 straight birdies at 4, 5, and 6. That one at 8 gets her to 15 under par. She is in a tie for the lead. Brittany Lincecum making a serious run today. This for birdie at 11. Make it 4 in a row for Lincecum. Also eagled the 4th. She went out in 30 today. She's 8 under par through 14 holes. Now Charlie Hull, drivable par 4 8th.
Looks a little shorter from this angle than it actually is. 231 yards with a little breeze in the player's face.
The 19-year-old English woman would 2-putt there for birdie. Charlie Hull at the time tied for the lead as well. At 13, one of the hottest players on the golf course, Pornanon Patlam, off to a torrid start. She turned in 29. Made 7 birdies on the way out, then 3 straight pars. Then that at 13 led to another birdie. She is at 15 under par, 8 under for her round today. Overnight leader Anna Nordquist for birdie at the 10th. She has not dropped a shot today. She's 3 under on her round, so 3 players now at 15 under par. It is a race to the finish here at the inaugural event of 2016, the Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic. Every new season means new opportunity. It's another chance, a reset button, a do-over. Maybe your previous year wasn't exactly what you were hoping for. Or maybe your season was so off the charts, you just can't wait to get back out there. Either way, here's your chance. It's a brand new season and a clean slate. Welcome to 2016, and welcome to Paradise. Race to the CME Globe. From Paradise Island in the Bahamas, final round coverage of the Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic. Kicking off a brand new season in Paradise. Paradise Island in the Bahamas, just across the bridge from Nassau. Atlantis Resort and Casino is the centerpiece property here, and about a mile away from the casinos you'll find Ocean Club Golf Course. On the tip of the island. A little overcast today, but very calm conditions. Excellent for scoring. Whit Watson, Judy Rankin, and Tom Abbott with Jerry Foltz and Kay Cockrell on the golf course today. Lisa Cornwell will handle our interviews during our final round. Welcome into our final round coverage. Whit Watson alongside Judy Rankin. Judy, the first 2 days it was all about the weather, the scoring very challenging. Yesterday, very calm. Players about a stroke and a half under par. As of a half hour ago, the stroke average today was 3 shots under par for the field. Why are they taking advantage of this golf course like this?
Well, we have an absolutely gorgeous day to play golf. It's a little bit overcast. There is virtually no wind. I mean, you might call it a tiny little breeze, but I don't think it's affecting a golf shot hardly at all. So I think players have become really accustomed to the golf course. I think the good weather over the last week has been very good for the greens here. I think putting is getting nothing but better and better as this week has gone on. And they've given them a lot of opportunities. They've given them opportunities to reach par 5s and 2, and we've got one drivable par 4. That's the 8th hole that is providing a lot of that excitement.
If you like birdies and eagles, today is your day. When the final grouping got to the 9th tee, there had already been 14 eagles made today. Yesterday, all day, 7. How much more can this go on?
I don't know, but I was trying to get these words right. If this were a horse race and there were 12 horses in the race, we are now in the home stretch. All 12 horses are still in it.
Everybody neck and neck, as it were. This is at the 14th. Pornanon Patlam for another birdie. 8 under par over her first 13 holes. If you missed it, turned in 29. It's a par 73 golf course. Tournament scoring record here is 65. That's in danger today.
Yeah, that was a 5-iron, guys, and this is right on a line, a string.
Just almost good, Kay.
Let's go to 11 and join Tom.
Well, thank you, Whit. This is Anna Norquist in that final 3-ball with Charlie Hull and Stacey Lewis. And getting ready to hit her third shot at the par 5. Jerry Foltz out walking with the final group.
Just left of it, yeah. If anything, there's a touch left-right in this breeze, but and touch left-right in the line. Just a yard or two left. 3/4 one of those.
There may be a little anxiety in this shot. It's an 88-yard wedge shot, pretty innocuous looking, but yesterday from 2 yards further, she bladed it over the green in the water. Almost identical position. Likely not going to happen again, but tough to get it to that back hole location into the breeze. That's really nice looking.
What a difference a day makes. And we'll go ahead to the par 3 12.
Hyo-Joo Kim.
Going to be very hard to get the greenie here today after that shot of Se-Young Kim's. Going with 1 club more.
Don't let the through swing fool you. It was okay.
To 11.
Stacey Lewis with her third.
Hit a wedge to about 3 feet on the previous hole. That from 80 yards. That also quite nice.
While we have a moment, let's meet today's final group.
Hi, I'm Stacey Lewis from the Woodlands, Texas, and I'm a Razorback from the University of Arkansas.
Hi, I'm Charlie Hull. I'm from Kettering, England, and I support Liverpool FC.
I am Anna Norquist. I'm from Sweden, and I went to Arizona State University.
Charlie Hull, final player to go in this group.
Just 69 yards coming off a little bit of a sloppy 3-putt bogey at 10. From not long range, that's flying a little long. Needs to sit down quickly.
Looks like it's sitting up in the longer grass there, but not exactly what she wanted.
Hyo-Joo Kim over at the 12th. This is for the outright lead. Hyo-Joo Kim, Se-Young Kim, and Il-Hee Lee in this grouping.
3 very talented players, with Hyo-Joo and Se-Young being extremely successful. Judy, not much wrong with this young woman's game.
No, it is one of my favorite golf swings on the LPGA Tour, and when she rolls the ball like that, she's always going to be in contention.
Hyo-Joo Kim gets it to 16 under par. The 20-year-old from South Korea has a 1-shot lead.
On behalf of Pure Silk Shave Cream, it's our pleasure to welcome you to the final round of the Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic in beautiful Paradise Island, Bahamas.
It's been an amazing week with world-class competition leading up to the final round at the Ocean Club. The extraordinary support the golfers and tournament have received from the entire community has been tremendous.
This week, we kicked off the 2016 LPGA season and showcased the best female golfers in the world while highlighting the spectacular views of the island.
The Pure Silk brand continues to be a dedicated supporter of ladies professional golf and is so pleased to once again co-sponsor this championship with the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism.
We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the final round
of the 4th annual Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic.
Stacey Lewis now on the 11th green. This was just a moment ago for a birdie.
Putt that looked like it had to move right at least a cup.
Well, this is when it starts to make a difference for Stacey coming down the stretch, looking for that first victory in over a year and a half.
Se-Young Kim for birdie at 12.
This to make the 3rd birdie in this group. Each player made a 2. That's nicely done.
And a good bounce back for her as well. She had a double at 9, so a couple of birdies erases that mistake. And she's back within 2 shots as we go back to 11.
It's a little Small inlet of water right behind the 11th. Bring the boat in. Let's see if Nordqvist can roll this one in.
Set up for a pretty good swing to the right, and she had it right. It just needed a touch more speed.
Two chances go missing for Nordqvist and Lewis there at par 5.
Two more par 5s on this back 9, 15 and 18, so this really will not be over until it's over.
Yeah, Jerry, there is always that air of excitement here on the back 9 because of the par 5 finish.
Yes, indeed. And with the calm weather today, 15 likely they can get close to the green. If not, maybe get there in 2. 18 certainly going to be reachable. But not the easiest hole location on 18 if you want to make eagle. Good par there for Charlie.
We'll get to that 18th hole in a little bit, but it is a much tougher hole location than yesterday for sure.
Here is the 15th hole, and Brittany Lincecum with her 3rd. She's making a good move today.
When she's way out front, if she could make a couple of birdies going in and have that posted, might make a difference.
So we've got some pace setters in Fornanong Patlam and Brittany Lincecum. Lincecum teed off some 55 minutes before the final group. So trying to set the pace in the clubhouse.
Today's coverage is brought to you by Pure Silk Shave Cream for Women, for legs like pure silk. And by the Titleist Pro V1 and Pro V1X. Make a difference in your game. To the tee at the 12th for Anna Nordqvist.
Into about a 1 club breeze. Anna going with 5 iron. Started on a good line, just a gentle fade.
Drop there.
Up 1 to 13.
It's a lovely story. Megan Kang has a chance for a birdie. She's a rookie on the LPGA Tour. It's her first event as a full member. And she's having a lovely time here in the Bahamas. And at the moment she's tied for 4th. Has a chance to win, but even if she doesn't win, a big check here will go a long way not only to securing her playing privileges for the rest of the year and into next year, but also helping her out financially. It's not easy being out here as a rookie. Lincecum now for a birdie, this to get within 1 of the lead. Just missing out there, and Brittany's been struggling with her putting. Lisa Cornwell, I believe you know something about the motivation to get it a little better today.
It was funny, Tom. I was on the range with her this morning. She said she putted so poorly yesterday. She's been going left-hand low and conventional all week, just kind of guessing at it. She almost added the claw grip to it yesterday. So her husband, Dewald, when he got up this morning, he said, Brittany, I'm going to make a bet with you. Every birdie putt you make, I'm going to give you $5. Everything you miss inside 20 feet, you have to give me $5. So I saw him after 10, after she got to 7 under. He said, I'm going to have to go to the ATM.
Well, I think she just given him $5 back there, so that'll help DeVault. I played with DeVault in the Pro-Am. I played with him a couple of times. He is one of the best putters I've ever played with, and he's a long drive guy. Don't always find those as a good combination.
That is a good combination. Hole now at 12.
That was 6 iron. Stacey Lewis with a nice 5 iron already aboard, and this one, not bad either.
Wow.
Good shot.
So these 3 drafting off one another at the 12th. They say that it's better in the Bahamas. We can attest to that. Nassau, the nation's capital, is on the island of New Providence. Paradise Island is on the northeastern tip. 2 bridges cross from Nassau to Paradise Island. Our course setup is presented by the Golf Course Superintendents Association of America. Seashore past Palom, that salt-resistant strain of grass in the fairways, Bermuda on the greens. Dick Wilson in the 50s, the original design, then redone by Tom Weiskopf in 2000.
I had a little communication with Tom Weiskopf last night, and he's pretty proud of this golf course, wants to make sure these players like it, and referring to the 8th hole, which for the members is the 17th hole, he said, I always wanted that to be a drivable par 4. I guess that field staff did a good job because it's fun to watch.
One on Patlam, third to the par 5, 15th. And that is a mistake from the tie player, so she's not guaranteed a par here, only one shot behind. Out in 29.
That is her brother, Pornpong, on the golf bag. He has not been caddying for her all last year. He stays in Thailand and does his own thing, but he's here just for this week.
It was a good week to choose. Kay Cockrell out watching the penultimate group, Se-Young Kim with her second at 13.
A very similar location to what they had here yesterday, and Se-Young did birdie this hole. And that was just from inside 100 yards. And that's almost where she putted her birdie putt from yesterday.
2 shots back, Se-Young Kim, a chance for a birdie there, playing alongside Hyo-Joo Kim and Il-hee Lee. 3 South Korean players playing together today.
Judy, what she does so well, like many who play this game well, is make it look so easy. And she has a really efficient, simple golf swing, no extra moving parts, and just beautiful tempo.
Yeah, I love to watch this swing, and as we've seen in past years with players who have learned the game and come from Asia, she has that little bit of move off the ball, which we'll see in a full swing in a bit. But it gives her all the potential power that she can come up with.
12th green, 3 good chances for birdie. Hall first.
Little uphill. Oh, that certainly looked like it was supposed to turn a little left.
Here's a little insight into Charlie Hull's mentality on the golf course. She was told she only hit 6 fairways. She said, this was yesterday's round, and she said, oh, I don't know, I just play.
Our aerial coverage today is provided by Tropical Shipping.
And the aerial coverage has been magnificent.
You talk about a good job this week.
Yes.
That has been a good job this week.
Thank you very much.
Nordquist, who won last year at the ShopRite LPGA Classic. That was her 5th career victory.
And that was, of course, they have Poana greens, and they do get quite bumpy. And, of course, these greens this year are a little bumpier than they have been in past years, so it doesn't really faze her, but she got a perfect read on this one. See if it pays off. Oh, of course, hers does turn left.
Might have been a little bit of a pull, Jerry. It was left from the get-go.
Go up to the 14th. Megan Kang, 18-year-old, first-year player as a member on the LPGA Tour.
A little bit of light rough. It does not look like a poor lie. Hole tucked on the right side of the green again today. Wonderful shot.
Very good chance for Kang. We go back to 12. Stacey Lewis.
And it's still relatively early in the back 9, but you can't afford to let too many opportunities like this go by the wayside. Lady who led the LPGA Tour in putting a year ago. Giving herself lots of chances right now.
Yeah, she told the media yesterday she felt like she wasted the year because her ball striking was so poor compared to her putting. Felt great over the putter, but was not hitting the ball the way she wanted to. They'll make their way to Florida next week. World number 1 Lydia Ko making her 2016 LPGA Tour debut. The Coates Golf Championship from Ocala, Florida. Coverage begins Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Golf Channel. That is a Wednesday to Saturday event, by the way, at the Coates Golf Championship. Now Nordquist.
Oh my. That was unexpected.
Wow.
Yeah. She'd made every makeable clutch putt for 3 days, 3.5 days.
Well, that is her first mistake of the day, first bogey for Nordquist. Let's go to 13.
Se-Young Kim looking at her birdie putt.
Tom, this would be for 3 birdies in a row, and quite a nice comeback from the double bogey at 9, which you all alluded to. Remember, she made a double at the 16th yesterday and bounced back nicely. I think she has that mentality to forget mistakes quickly.
Great try.
Oh, she thought she had that. What a good putt.
Yeah, would have been for 3 in a row, as you say, and her 7th birdie of the day. She is a fighter, literally a fighter. She loves Taekwondo.
That's right. You know, if players can get the ball on the right side of this hole at 13, the putt is a lot easier, but very few have been able to do that.
Brittany Lincecum coming off 4 pars in a row in the fairway now at 16.
Great shot off the tee. You see that hole in the pretty much the center of the green. It's a good shot.
Back to 13.
And Hyoju Kim now with her birdie try.
This for her 6th birdie on the card and for back-to-back birdies.
Just to put a little cushion between herself and the field, which she does. That moves Hyoju to 17 under par.
Boy, that ball is just dropping in the hole. It's just beautiful speed.
That dead weight putting. Trying to think of some of the great dead weight putters. Crenshaw was a
Crenshaw for sure.
Faldo at his best used a dead weight putt, I think. 15th hole, Hornlong Patlam now. This her 4th to the par 5, going with the putter. It's not a guaranteed 5.
Hornlong Patlam is fighting to make a par at the 15th right now. Paula Creamer, Min So Kwak, both at 4 under for the day. Haru Nomura also 5 under today. Mika Miyazato 6 under today. It's a par 73 layout, so 8 under. 65 is the tournament course record. That's been accomplished a couple of times this week. I think that is in jeopardy today. Whit Watson, Judy Rankin, and Tom Abbott with you. Jerry Foltz and Kay Cockrell on the golf course, and Lisa Cornwell handling the interviews here in our final round. As we go back to 15 for Patlam.
And an important putt here for Hornlong Patlam. Just to save par. Didn't want to make a mistake at the par 5, so she remains 15 under, 2 back right now of Hyoju Kim.
Megan Kang for birdie at 14th, at the 14th. Got to get something going here. She's made 6 straight pars once this goes in.
Well, she hasn't seen her her name so high up on a leaderboard in such a prestigious event. Maybe ever.
the 16th for Patlam. This has been the most difficult hole all week, no matter what direction the wind is blowing or if the wind is blowing at all. Just a challenging par 4. Up ahead on the green, Lincecum, very good chance for birdie.
And she almost needs to make this if she's going to make a run at winning this golf tournament. Just goes to the left. 16 has not been good to Brittany. I think she was lagging for that par. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's not been good for anybody, but especially for Brittany this week.
13th hole, Charlie Hull.
From 112 into a breeze from the left. Somewhat uncomfortable wind, but not for Charlie. Very nice shot.
Really good. Charlie playing her first full year on the LPGA Tour. She's not going to play that much in Europe, play a few events here and there, but concentrating on playing this tour. As we take a look at the Rolex Women's World Golf Rankings, Lydia Ko, the world #1, not here this week. She will return to action on Wednesday in Ocala, a Wednesday start. Inbee Park withdrawing from this event and next week. She shot 80 in the first round, citing some back problems. She has withdrawn and won't be playing until Thailand.
Well, certainly when the LPGA goes to Asia, and if she does have a lower back problem, that's probably smart. Get it healed right now, early in the season.
And now Nordquist. New caddy for Anna this year, Carl Morrison, who has been caddying for Mo Martin. He was caddying for her when she won the Rico Women's British Open. If you remember that video where she found out, the moment she found out that was Carl who was on the bag.
That's a minimum. I mean, I think 110 you get away with it.
This seems so short right now.
No. Right, so it's going to cut through the roof. It's that, and we can take it more at it, or we take 50 left of it at that palm.
No, but it's going to be 90, 95 to the pin, right?
Yeah, let me double check.
95.
Yeah, 96.
Yeah.
That's the club.
So still at Charlie's, right?
Yeah, still at Charlie's. It's a, 105, 110 shot. That's good.
I've got Anna at 94 yards. Signal is a pitching wedge. It'll be a soft one. A little bit of a downhill, side hill lie.
Just short of the hole, a little right of the hole, the easiest putt.
Not easy to get it there, though. It's a little intimidating on that right side, even from that short a distance.
Let's take a look at Anna's golf swing. She says she has been working hard over the off-season. This was at the 9th.
This was at the 9th hole, and a couple of years ago, she made a big swing change, and one of the things she tried to do was to get her right hip lower coming through the impact area. She learned to stay in the shot longer. She used to take her head up and off of it, much like Annika Sorenstam. But as we take this swing just a couple of feet further, just past the impact area, you see a beautiful position there with her right hip lower than her left hip. She stayed in the shot with her upper body, and I just think that is textbook. I think if you would just try to recreate that position in your living room time after time, you can't get hurt. She's gained a lot of distance with that swing change. She has driven the ball. She's a tall player, and she never did drive the ball very far, but she picked up, 12 to 15 yards off the tee when she accomplished that swing change.
Se Young Kim ready at 14.
Took a long time to choose the club. Went with 9-iron. I guess it was worth the wait.
It was the right one.
Thank you.
At the 16th, Pornonong Patlam with the pink golf ball that's now a little dirty.
Boy, this is tough. This is not a simple shot into this green, and whenever there's mud on the ball, there's a certain unpredictability. Okay, I think it's a keeper.
Hyo-Ju Kim, the leader, at 14th.
Not as powerful a player as Se Young, going with one club more.
Good shot.
Those are pretty two top-notch shots right there.
Out of the top drawer in both cases. So much to do here in the Bahamas, especially around Paradise Island. These players taking care of their business here on Sunday afternoon. Pornonong Patlam at the 16th with a chance for birdie.
Well, you'd like to make it, but first things first, you need to roll this close. Lengthy putt.
Now 26 years of age, 7 years on the LPGA Tour.
This was just a moment ago. Charlie Hull needs to start making some birdies.
Got a pretty good read from Nordquist, who missed hers just left of the hole. Didn't turn much.
Didn't hit it.
No.
Just a par for Charlie. She will remain at 14 under now. Stacey Lewis. And she makes the birdie. And there are numerous cruise ships that come in and out of Nassau. It's a big part of the cruise itinerary and a big part of the local economy here as well.
It's amazing to watch how they maneuver those ships in and out of that harbor. It's not a very big space, and they just zip them in and out of there.
And they are huge.
They are really, really big boats. A lot of folks will pour off the boat, head to the casino, gamble for a while, come back, take off to the next stop.
They need that room they've already paid for after they gambled.
That's exactly right. Se Young Kim now for birdie.
This putt is no more than 5 feet. And Hyo-Ju Kim is a little bit closer, so this a must make to stay abreast of her. The only thing Se Young can hope is that Hyo-Ju might falter a little bit in the next couple of holes. And as we've seen, 16 is a diabolical hole. It'll be very interested to see how these players handle that today.
They've got those 2 par 5s remaining, 15 and 18.
Yeah, Whit, if you can just stay within a couple shots, anything can happen down the stretch. Hyo-Ju's has positioned this ball beautifully right underneath the hole. There's really not much movement to this putt at all. She can go ahead and hit it firmly as it's a tad uphill. Beautiful. And that's 3 birdies in 4 holes.
7th birdie overall today for Kim. She leads by 3. At the 16th, Patlam to save par.
Yeah, maybe.
On 16 this week, you just take your par and run. Thank you very much. I'm out of here.
Well, if she's going to see a leaderboard, she's going to know she's better play the last 2 holes really well.
So down the stretch they come. Hyo-Ju Kim at 18 under par. 2 players at 15. Still within striking distance. Those players at 14 under. They've got to get moving. Back at the Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic. Look at all those red numbers. Benign conditions today. The weather is calm, players taking advantage of the conditions here as we go to the 15th.
Hyo-Joo Kim on the tee at the par 5.
Wide amount of fairway to the left, narrower fairway to the right, trying to avoid those bunkers in the middle.
And she's done that. Well, at the moment, Hyo-Joo Kim just needs to guide it in. She's swinging well, Judy.
Yeah, this is a beautiful shot of her very good setup. Watch in slow motion how her head moves off of that palm tree that it's lined up with. And that's very slight, but it is just enough to get her well behind the ball where she can make that move to the ball. And, oh, she has beautiful balance, long arms, good extension. Like that move.
Brittany Lincecum needs to make this for par at the 17th. And it's not been a good week on the putting greens for Brittany. That drops her back to 13 under, and you would think her chances of winning here are sinking. Back to the 15th tee. Se-Young Kim still has a chance at a successful title defense.
Judy, and another player whose swing is fun to break down. She swings very much differently than Hyo-Joo Kim, but generates a lot of power.
Very strong base, very good balance.
Taking this down, well down the left-hand side, which is not a problem at all.
Kind of feel the power in that swing, don't you, Kay?
You do. I love the sound it makes.
So watch her lower body as she swings the club back and how stable she stays. That right knee never moves at all, but she makes a great move to her left side to start the downswing. Swings a little bit up on the ball with her driver, and that's not uncommon for a lot of people in the game.
Stacey Lewis at the 14th.
That was a little bit of a thin 9-iron. Laboring to get there, but releases nicely. Anna Norquist also hit a good one up there, about 15 feet, hole high left.
To 15.
Well, Megan Kang has missed birdie putts on the last 2 holes from similar range. Let's see if she can find this one. No, that's so frustrating for Megan Kang. But it's still a great week. Learning, I'm sure, at every step.
And she's going to get the chance to learn how to endorse a check and deposit it for the first time as a professional. Was he trying to tell his wife that she should do it like that? He might have been remarking on the matching outfits.
Yep, man.
Thank you. Hear the night birds cry. Watch the sunset die.
Hyo-Joo Kim with a 3-shot lead here in the Bahamas.
I just had to go back to the eye. Tell about it, Henry.
This is at the 14th. Charlie Hull, 4 back.
Not a very good approach here, and a very slippery and lengthy putt. Bending a little right.
Up to the 16th. First look at Paula Kramer today. She had a birdie at 15, now at 16. Nobody birdies 16. But she just did. That's 3 in her last 5 holes, and she is now within 4 of the lead.
She didn't birdie 16 a couple of days ago when she hit just a little 6-iron in the water, so that's a little payback.
Nordquist back at the 14th.
Also a little slippery. Got a good read from Charlie Hall. See if she takes advantage of it. Oh, just died off at the end, Judy. It's all about speed on these, and that's why Charlie Hall said she was putting so well early in this tournament. She's a naturally aggressive putter.
So a couple of birdie attempts going by the wayside. Lewis has had a couple of looks now.
She's had a good look on every hole this side. Has managed to make 2 of them, 10 and 13. This is probably the closest of them all. It looks to me, just the general lay of the land, it has to turn left, but when I got right behind it, I couldn't see much at all.
Jerry, we have seen this putt during the week consistently kind of crawl to the right of the hole. Let's just see what we see.
Yeah, it's hard to see that.
Not that time. Perfect.
Important one for Stacy Lewis. She gets to 15 under par, tied for second.
Can you stand still, please, guys?
Michael Breed celebrating his 300th episode of The Golf Fix. He looks back at the highlights of 300 shows in 3 minutes. And he also welcomes Cameron McCormick, just Jordan Spieth's longtime instructor.
Okay.
That's tomorrow, 7 Eastern on Golf Channel.
Could you say that again? 300?
300 shows in 3 minutes.
Okay.
Like a speed highlight kind of thing.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I'll pay close attention.
You'll have to tune in, Judy. Mentioned that Lewis climbed it into that tie for second with Se-Young Kim and Pornanong Patlam. Patlam going along nicely at 8 under par today, but running out of time. Mika Miyazato is the leader in the clubhouse, posted 67. She looked very strong here for the first couple of days. Down to 16, and Megan Kang.
Rookie performer who impressed me with the fact that she came through all 3 legs of the Q school to get here. She is ready to play this tour. There's no doubt about it. How about that?
Wow.
Thank you.
Born and raised in Rockland, Massachusetts, decided to go to Q school instead of playing in college. Still just 18 years old. We've chronicled her story throughout the week as we go back to 15.
I'd rather see it short in front of the green than if three would have a chance to go long. Easy. You could get over the green. That's no good. So in front is better. And then shapes, yeah. Okay.
To okay, to the
front, yes. You see your shot now where you want it to finish?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Nice and comfortable.
Big opportunity.
Grip?
Good.
Okay.
Big opportunity if she can pull off a shot here and get this on the green and make an eagle. She took TIO line of relief to the right. She was in the rough before. Now she has a lie on the tight fairway and a good look at the flagstick.
I'm assuming that was for the TV tower that you could see there just further up the fairway. And that is going to be okay. Short of the green. Paul Fusco was pretty much spot on with his idea of what to do there. But Se-Young Kim needs to take advantage of these 2 par 5s coming home because Hyo-Joo Kim has a 3-shot lead here in the Bahamas. Back at the 15th hole with the leader Hyo-Joo Kim, her 3rd shot.
Never had a chance of going for this green in 2, laid up to this point. That was from 108 yards, just a wedge.
It's not on the green, but there's no trouble there for Hyo-Joo. Pornanong Patlam now for a birdie at the 17th.
Pretty good uphill slope.
She needs to make something happen. So close. Good shot here for Se-Young Kim. Are you surprised, Kay, that she didn't go with the 3-wood and play a little more aggressive with her second?
Well, I mean, I understand where Paul was coming from, that if she really crushed and got a hold of a 3-wood, it might have landed mid-green and released all the way down to the back, and that's no easy up and down. I think he's thinking this would be the easier spot if you're not on the green to get it up and in. She has a lot of green to work with, 8 paces to the front of the green, and then another 21. Looks like she has a pretty lofted wedge, either a sand wedge or lob wedge, which I find a little unusual. Judy?
Well, the only thing I think about this decision, and it may very well have been the smart way to play, but it seems to have taken 3 out of the equation. But maybe she'll pitch it in.
Yeah, that lofted club, always, you can't guess how it's going to check. I would have hit a much lower shot and get it running more like a putt.
Well, certainly that's the opportunity you give yourself when the hole is so deep in the green.
Hesitate to call anything a must-make, but Megan Kang is running out of time. This is for birdie at 16.
If nothing else, it could be a very big money putt for her. Pretty straight. You get trying just that little bit harder when you come down to the last few holes, and she stood over that quite a time.
5-0 as a member of the U.S. Junior Solheim Cup team in 2015. She made the cut at the U.S. Women's Open last year, tied for 35th. This is her first event as a member on the LPGA Tour.
Hyo-Joo Kim for a birdie here at the 15th.
For yet another one, that would have been for her 4th birdie in a row, but finally just a par. Or most likely a par.
The last one drew just a little bit too much. Yeah, that's too good. The right edge of it? Yeah.
Tee shot should suit Brittany so well. She's a natural right to left player, and she should be able to just rip it right there.
Thank you.
It takes no time once she gets set up, and that is pounded. Down in the land of very few divots. At 15.
Well, the first winner here, Il-Hee Lee, has a chance for a birdie here at the 15th.
It's hard to forget that first year with that crazy storm and the fact that the players played 12 holes a day, 12 times 3. They got their official 36 in, and she was the winner. Has not won since, but having a very, very nice day today.
Gets a 4 under for the round.
We were here. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, to put it mildly. The seawall was breached, and the golf course flooded. Also flooding in downtown Nassau. Schools were closed on Tuesday of that week. 9 and 18 became one giant pond. But through a lot of hard work and a lot of heavy equipment being brought in, they were able to get it playable in parts by the end of the week. 12 holes we were able to play. So 3 12-hole rounds. It was a par 45 until Sunday when it was a par 47. And Lee finishing 11 under for those 36 holes to win. None of us will ever forget that. Playing alongside Se-Young Kim, last year's champion.
Needs to make this one.
You can say that again, very important. Oh, knew immediately, and boy, she's got to be burning right now that she didn't make a birdie somehow. Or, Judy, like you said, have a better chance at an eagle 3.
Well, might be a little Pollyanna-ish on my part to be thinking so much about the 3, but you know, when you've got that kind of firepower, every now and then you just have to grit your teeth and do it.
Well, Hyo-Joo Kim has such an advantage now with a 3-shot lead. If this one goes in, it will be 3 shots ahead with 3 holes to play.
And on these less than perfect greens, this is not a gimme. She makes it look like one. Very nice.
Hyo-Joo Kim had that breakout year in 2014, winning the Evian Championship. Shot 61 in the first round. It was the first round she ever played in a major. Went on to win there. Won once last year. Now with a chance to win for the 3rd time on the LPGA. Anna Nordqvist third at the 15th.
119 wind helping a little bit from the right. Looks to be the right distance. Line's not bad either.
Yeah, good shot.
Good shot.
Well, the 16th hole is really the only tricky hole in the last 3, so that's where Hyo-Joo Kim could make a mistake. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, but here she is now on the tee.
First time this week that 16 is not the hardest hole on the golf course. 4th today.
It's all about finding terra firma, isn't it?
Got it. Yeah.
And she's done so. Beautiful drive right down the middle.
Bit short of its fine.
Oh, with that drive in a good position from Hyo-Joo Kim, these players have to take advantage of the par 5 15th.
63? 64 total, isn't it? I mean, even if you pitched it just a bit shorter than that, I'm happy if you pitched it like 60. Just under 60. Breeze is just right to left at 3 o'clock.
Just a slight downhill lie. Brings it in pretty low. That needs to sit down.
A little untidy from Charlie Hull. He still has a chance for a birdie to get to 15 under. Let's go back over to the tee at 16.
Se-Young Kim.
This hole was her downfall yesterday. Used driver off the tee and it got her into trouble. Going with Freewood here today. And even that's going to the left, but it should be okay.
A reminder, today's aerial coverage is brought to you by Tropical Shipping. Lots of little islands and keys. You can take the boat over and have a little beach to yourself if you want. Let's go to 17.
And Paula Creamer for a par. She missed the green right off the tee, and she makes a 3. Going to be a good week for Paula. She is tied for 5th at the moment. Not going to be a victory, it doesn't look like, unless she can somehow hold a second shot at the last.
I think she's taken a lot from this week, though. I think it's a pretty promising start to the year.
This. Which do you feel when you sit here in your heart? I think this goes over, but I don't think the other one gets there. And that chip short. I think you're right. And the chip short's not going to. I think you grip this and you just take it right at the Pure Silk. Okay. I think you're going to win. Is it a fade line?
Lincecum with her second at 18.
Yeah, really good. I couldn't have did it.
She'll have an eagle chance at the last. Back to 15.
Stacey Lewis needs to knock this one in. And she does. That's 3 in a row. Stacey Lewis gets it a 16 under par. She still has a chance.
Made a little putting adjustment early in the week, moved the ball up in her stance so she could stroke through it more. She said it made her more aggressive and gave the ball a better roll, and it is paying off now.
Well, it's been a long wait. It's been a frustrating year and a half for Stacey not being able to win. She's had so many chances. She's got a chance here, but she has to play well over these closing 3 holes, which includes the 17th, where Megan Kang is on the tee. 5-iron for Kang.
I guess, Tom, the wind direction and 171 yards is proving to be pretty difficult today, as it is playing as one of the very hardest holes on the golf course.
Hyo-Joo Kim in the fairway at 16.
With 4-iron in hand. That sounded a little thin, but it's not going to hurt her. Judy, that's a good spot to miss it.
Well, she can putt, but it's going to be a mile of putt. It's, I don't know, bordering on 80 feet.
Back to the 15th.
Charlie Hull for a birdie to get to 15 under and 3 behind.
The recipient of a great read from Stacy. A perfect read.
Got to take advantage of the good fortune, and she does. Oh, we have a little bit of a repeat of what happened at the JTBC Founders Cup last year. We didn't see too much of that in the desert, but we did see Lewis and Hyo-Joo Kim battling all the way down to the end. We might get the same sort of thing here as we go to 16.
Se-Young Kim with her second.
She has a great opportunity to hit a shot in much closer than Hyo-Joo. It looked like an 8-iron. Came off of it a little bit. Pushed it a tad, but will still have a legitimate birdie opportunity.
Were it not for the double bogey back at 9, things would be very different for Se-Young Kim as we go back to 15.
Norquist for birdie.
Make it 3 for 3 in this group. This is the easiest.
Norquist to 15 under, 3 back. Won last year by the Atlantic Ocean, further north in New Jersey, in Galloway Township. So this is how things stand at the moment. Hyo-Joo Kim looking for her 3rd LPGA Tour victory. Has a 2-shot lead over Stacy Lewis, who could break through and end that victory drought right here in the Bahamas.
Up at the 18th green, this is Brooke Henderson, a young player from Canada. Her 3rd.
Blade wide open. You have to go at this pretty hard to get it to go up quickly. Good shot. Couldn't be really clever with that because she had to make sure she got it up very fast.
She had a bad mistake back at the 15th hole, did Henderson. Made double at that par 5. On the 16th tee, Stacy Lewis 2 shots back.
Going with driver. Going to try and we'll try and stay aggressive here. Breeze on the tee shot is pretty much directly from the left, maybe a little in. It's not a comfortable wind with that water right. And that is going to be just about ideal. Right center, maybe center by the time it stops. Nope, didn't move anywhere when it landed. Good shape.
Yeah, Judy, we've seen not much roll on 16 at all.
Yeah, it's been soft in the fairway. I think that far right side, though, is going to prove to be a good angle.
To see it finishing on that white chimney. Yep.
I'm going to go back up to the 18th, where Brittany Lincecum is looking over an eagle putt. Turned in 30. She made an eagle at 4, birdied 8, 9, 10, and 11 did Lincecum, but then 5 pars in a row, and then the bogey at 17. Whoa. That birdie putt will be for a 65. Which would tie the tournament scoring record for a single round. Over to 16, and Kim, her 3rd.
Going with a pitching wedge, Judy, rather than a putter. I like the idea of chipping it, but that's an odd choice of club again. I think too much loft on it, and she had to sort of try to manipulate it too much.
I agree, Kay. I think the best players in the world tend to use too much loft, and the recreational players in the game don't use enough.
Megan Kang now for a birdie at 17. It's going to be a good 3 here. Last year, 100th on the money list, made just under $70,000. If Megan can make an eagle at the last, she'll earn just about that in the first event of the year, so that would take a lot of pressure off her shoulders.
You're right. She is under financial pressure as a rookie and without endorsements and sponsorships and so on. So big check this week, a good thing for Megan Kang. Here's Brooke Henderson.
Second-year LPGA player, had that win in Portland last year, was able to successfully petition for membership after that, posting a final round at 70, 3 under par, 6 under on the weekend. They go back over to the 16th. Big putt here for Se-Young Kim.
Oh, you can say that again. With one good stroke, this 30-footer could fall and erase some pretty bad memories from here yesterday where she made a double bogey 6. This isn't the easiest of putts because of the less than stellar putting surface, but if she can just get it started, give it a legitimate chance, see what happens. She had the line, but didn't have the speed.
Brittany Lincecum finishing off a round of 65 today with a birdie at 18. 2-putt birdie. Moving her back inside the top 10 this week. And tying a tournament course record with that 65. 30 on the way out, 35 on the way in. This is our 2013 champion, Il-Hee Lee, trying to save par at the 16th.
Judy, even though she didn't win last year on tour, Il-Hee had a lot of top 10 finishes, 8 of them, and in fact 3 of them were 4th place finishes or better. So showed a lot of consistency.
Yeah, continues to improve, and she's a hard worker with a really good attitude. You never see Il-Hee down.
Oh, big par save after a less than stellar initial putt from the fringe.
She makes her U.S. home in the Dallas, Texas area.
Hard to believe she's in her 7th year on tour. Time flies.
Now Hyo-Joo Kim for her par.
And certainly at this point in Championship Sunday play would not want to drop a shot, even though she's got a couple to spare.
Okay, talk about Dean Herndon, and he's a little bit of a secret weapon, has been for a lot of players.
He is a very good caddy. He's caddied for a lot of top-notch Korean players. He came on her bag at the end of the year last year at CME. Ooh.
Oh, she saw something in that putt that just wasn't there.
It didn't move, did it? He's going to caddy next week at the Coates, and then that's it. He's going to Korea. He's moving to Korea, and he's going to live there and caddy on the Korean tour. In fact, he's going to work for Jin Young Ko, who finished 2nd at the Women's British last year.
Interesting. He was on the bag for So-Yeon Yu when she won the U.S. Open in Colorado. He's had a lot of great experiences.
Team Patlam on the 18th. Can't be that easy to find matching outfits every single week.
If somebody's helping you to do it, it's really easy.
I guess. asking for it to bite.
Beautiful.
She'll have that for eagle. And that would give her a chance to tie the lead. Has made just one birdie on the back, Patlam, after going out in 29 on the front. Say Young made her par. Now Stacey Lewis in the final group at 16.
She was standing in the fairway and watched Hyoju make 5.
See that little mound?
Yeah,
Like left side of that?
Exactly. A couple steps right. Yeah.
Check it. That was the third for pointing on. Excuse me. So she'll have a birdie putt at the 18th.
Stacey now with 175 yards. Fortunately, no mud on the golf ball. When you back up a driver, that's always a concern. Signal is 6 iron. Breeze, a little bit of help, mostly from the left. That's conservative, right center of the green. Not bad at all, things considered.
Let's join Lisa Cornwell.
Well, thank you very much, Brittany. When I saw you yesterday, you were complaining about your putting so much. I wouldn't have been surprised if you had a left-handed putter. What happened today? You made everything.
You weren't out there watching me is what happened. You know,
Stacey Lewis said that too.
You know, it was just one of those things. It must have been my day because, I mean, I made a couple 20, 30 footers, you know, hit a couple good shots into the green. It didn't feel much better than yesterday, but obviously I just kind of got the breaks and they were going in.
I told our viewers about the bet you had with your husband. Anything that you made, any birdie putt you made, you got $5. Anything you missed inside 20 feet, you give him $5. I'm guessing you came out on top here.
I shockingly only came out 10 ahead, but you know, it's $10. Maybe I'll have him sign it and I'll frame it.
I don't know. You tied a tournament record, course record, so you should get a little extra, Brittany.
I think so.
Thanks, Brittany.
Lisa, thank you very much. Great round for Brittany Lincecum as we go back to 16. Charlie Hull.
Her second from 159. That was an aggressive-looking swing right at it.
Oh, I'll say.
Certainly one of the best of the day, if not the best.
So left-right breeze, maybe I can add it.
Yeah.
Hull looking at potentially back-to-back birdies at 15 and 16. She is 2 shots behind Kim. Again, Patlam is on in regulation at the 18th. She's putting for birdie to give herself a chance to get within 1. Stacey Lewis safely on at 16 as we go to the tee at 17.
So Young Kim 2 shots back, 2 to play.
Well, this is a really interesting shot here. The wind is a little stronger than it was yesterday, right to left.
162.
Again, she talks in meters with her caddy. It's 171 yards. Very similar hole to yesterday, although the hole location was hugging the right-hand side of the green. Today, it's more to the left-hand side. And the thing you just have to X out of your mind, Judy, is if you pull it at all, that wind's going to exaggerate it and you're going to miss well left. If you fan it a little, that wind's going to slap it down. So it has to be a solid shot.
I take, hey, the biggest happening so far in recent minutes has been Hyoju's bogey at 16. That might really change this game on these last 2 holes.
Well, she kind of fanned that one a little, didn't catch it solidly. Lucky. Is that going to stay on the edge? Because there's a steep wall over there to the right that often the ball will funnel down well away from the green.
Still moving.
Exactly what it's doing, Kay. It's going to go down into that little swale. There's swales on the right and the left, and both have proved problematic for players today.
Hyoju has typically been a club behind Se Young Kim, and again here going with 4-iron.
Big shot this for Hyoju Kim. She makes a mistake here. Really, the door swings wide open.
And to make a bogey from the center of the fairway on the last hole had to be discouraging. She hit a very thin 4-iron. See if she can hit this one more solidly. Sounded good. It's moving right to left.
It's really good.
Oh boy,
Wonderful
what a
shot.
shot.
Beautiful shot. Boy, and just when she needed it.
Shot of a champion. Can she close the deal here at the Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic?
Out to the 16th, Stacy Lewis, chance to tie the lead.
A little uphill, should turn just a little bit to the left, but it's pretty slow.
Second shot for Se-Young Kim.
Uphill pitch shot across the diagonal of this green. We nipped that one nicely.
You can just see the slope of the green from right to left. So trundling away a little bit, needs to make that one for a par. Let's go to the 18th green.
Patlam for birdie.
She is a wonderfully consistent player, still looks for her first win on the LPGA Tour.
Closes with a birdie, or rather with a par, excuse me. And again, matching that tournament scoring record of 65. We've seen Lincecum do it. Christy Kerr did it a couple of days ago. Now, can Stacy Lewis save par?
Shouldn't be much of a bother. Charlie Hull missed her birdie putt, tapped in for par.
Ends the streak of 3 in a row. Back to 18, Paula Creamer. This is her second.
Good look with her golf swing. Watch her head.
Hit the up slope. Hit it. Hit it.
That signature dip in her swing is really minimized, and I think we're going to see some very good golf from Paula this season.
She's played well this week, certainly. She's 6 under on her round today. Had one hiccup back at 10, made a bogey there, but 3 birdies since as we go back to 17.
This is a huge putt here. This would give her a 2-shot lead.
Tom, not too many birdies here today, right?
Just 3 birdies so far. This one would be an all-important 4th birdie of the day at the 17th.
Yeah, this is no more than 8.5 feet. What a 2.
Well, that makes Stacy Lewis's task even more difficult because the 18th is a par 5. Hyoju's played that well all week. She has a 2-shot lead here, trying to win for the 3rd time on the LPGA Tour. Back at the 17th hole here in the final round of the Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic, where Hyoju Kim is 7 under for the day at 18 under par. Stacy Lewis 5 under for the round at 16 under, and it looks at the moment like it's going to come down to these 2 players. Se-Young Kim made her par at the 17th. She remains at 15 under.
Like it?
I do, yeah. There's like 3 white stripes in the whole thing back there. Yeah, like that.
Stacy going with forehand, which is plenty of club. She is trying to get it back. I don't think she knows that Hyoju made birdie. But that one stayed right, not coming back enough.
Get it.
Came back a little bit.
It was a lot better than going maybe a yard to the right of where that bounced, so she's got a chance for a birdie. Doesn't have to birdie the 17th because she could technically eagle the 18th, but a birdie would go a long way here at the par 3.
Let's go to the 18th, and Paula Creamer, chance for eagle here.
Seems a lot about as long as the putt she made to win the last time that she won in Singapore, was it?
She will have that for birdie to finish at 15 under as we go back one.
Charlie Hull, you gotta feel like she needs a birdie eagle finish here, Jerry.
Yeah, no question. Far left-hand side of the tee with a 5-iron.
Oh, fucking hell, what happened there?
I don't think she was very happy with that one. Apologies to those of you who may have been offended by inappropriate remarks. Or maybe appropriate remarks considering the shot. Anyway.
We'll call that youthful exuberance.
We'll move on.
Oh dear. And Norquist now with a 4-iron. And started on Stacy's line, not coming back much either. But just enough.
And I was going to say whether she would give her a good read there, but it might be Anna to go first. Well, Stacey Lewis needs to dig deep here and find something special in the final 2 holes of the Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic because Hyo-Joo Kim has a 2-shot lead. Charlie Hull can redeem herself here at the 17th.
No bargain here. Downhill lie, a lengthy bunker shot.
Oh, just need a little bit of grab there at the end, but now it's going to be a tricky one to make par. And looking like a bogey for Charlie when she needed to make a birdie. Let's go to the 18th.
And Paula Creamer to finish with birdie and a round of 66. Good start to the year for Creamer. Best round of the week. Leaves her in a tie for 3rd and all smiles. Working with a new coach. Talked about that this week. She's got to feel very positive about the year ahead. Meanwhile, back on the tee, Hyo-Joo Kim with the 2-stroke advantage after a birdie at the 17th.
And getting iced a little bit in that there's been a wait on this tee. The group ahead just clearing the fairway. So Judy a little time to think about things, but certainly she's in a good frame of mind right now coming off that just beautiful 2 at 17 on one of the hardest holes.
Right, and I don't think, even though there's water along the right side here, there's plenty of room to hit a good tee shot, and she's a very good driver, so this shouldn't be a real stress shot for her.
Well, not her best drive, but it's not going to hurt her any. Pulled it with a bit of a draw, and that's what winners do, is they miss it in the right spot. Plenty safe.
Back over to the 17th, right up against the beach here.
Charlie Hull took a good long look at this one. A couple feet of fringe that should roll pretty smoothly. And slightly downhill from there. Turning a little right, plenty of speed.
It's going to be a bogey at best for Charlie Hull, who is currently tied for 3rd, but she's going to drop back into a tie for 7th with 1 hole to play.
Over to the tee at the 18th. Se-Young Kim just didn't make enough birdies on the back.
And a big mistake at 15, not taking advantage of that par 5, but see if she can really rear back here and hit an aggressive drive down the right center. Oh, that was pummeled. Beauty.
That's the spot. That's where you got to be. Back to 17.
And an all-important putt coming up for Stacey Lewis.
It is, and she looks pretty convinced of the line that her and Travis came up with. She knew she had plenty of time because the 18th tee is very nearby and there's going to be a wait, so no real hurry here. Wait for everybody to tee off and convince yourself of it. Putting routine never changes, Judy.
And she's a swinger of the putter head.
It was never high enough to go in, but it's going to be a 3 for Lewis at the moment. It looks like she's going to have to find some magic at the 18th and make an eagle. That's assuming that Hyo-Joo Kim doesn't make birdie or better. Let's go down to Lisa Cornwell, who is with Paula Creamer.
Tom, thank you very much. Paula, you mentioned yesterday about the swing changes you've made. You have a new instructor. Were you surprised that you were able to have so much success under pressure this early?
You know, I put zero expectations on myself this week. You know, I've made a big change working with Gary Gilchrist now, and I love it. I think it's awesome. I think we're a great fit, and I've known him for a very long time. And I mean, it's obviously hard taking a new golf swing out to a tournament, but I did it, and I'm very proud of myself, and it's a good step at the beginning of the year.
As you get older, you're supposed to lose distance, not Creamer. She gets longer. Let's talk about the putting, because a little bit of a struggle early. I know you were frustrated. I seem to have had a bad effect on you, Brittany, and Stacey. Every time I watched you guys, you didn't make anything. I leave, they start dropping in.
Well, the key is then don't come watch
I
us.
stayed away. How was the putting today?
I putted pretty well. There were some really good putts I made on coming down the stretch here, and overall I gave myself a lot of opportunities, and that's all you can do out here, especially with these greens. And like I said, I'm very pleased. I would definitely take this after week one, after a great off season.
In my defense, though, she did make the birdie putt on 18. I witnessed it.
We'll give you a pass this time, Lisa.
Anna Norquist for a birdie at the 17th.
Same line as Stacey, turning, what, about a foot left, maybe 8 inches.
So hard, Jerry, to keep it on the right side of the hole there.
Yeah, it is, especially when it just limps up to the hole.
Just a par for Anna, and her chances of winning here falling away. Still going to be a very good week for these players. But like Savannah Norquist, Stacey Lewis, they don't show up to finish second, they show up to win. Hyo-Joo Kim looks like she might be the winner, but it's not quite over yet. Stacey Lewis still has a chance. It's been a long time coming. Can she come through at that final hole and make it happen? We'll find out here on Golf Channel.
Paula Creamer signing some autographs. She also posed for a few pictures.
Just one. Just sign.
Yeah, I'll just do.
That's a sign, and the last one's a sign. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Up at the green at 18, Allison Lee. This is for eagle. That'll be for a 2 under par round of 71 for Allison Lee.
She's doing something a lot of players haven't done, which is she's taking college classes. She's still working for a degree at UCLA while she's playing the tour. And you can sometimes find her trying to find a good Wi-Fi signal and working on the computer.
Hyo-Joo Kim has had success at the 18th this week. She birdied this par 5 the first 2 days, and then on Saturday had this for her 3rd shot and made the eagle. That was the only eagle at 18 yesterday. There's been only 1 eagle at 18 so far today.
She's got a lot of aspirations this week, this year, I should say, this season. She wants to be in the Olympics in August. She'd like to win a couple times on this tour. And then she said she'd like to get married, but not dating anyone at the moment. So
that's quite a list of goals.
That's going to be a big year.
A little bit of a backup on the tee. Hee Young Park to save her par on the green at the 18th. Up and down day. She made 3 straight birdies at 14, 15, and 16, offset by bogeys at 11 and 17, and now at 18, closing with 70. And a great week for Megan Kang. What a learning experience for this 18-year-old first-year player, Judy.
She was short with her third shot here at the par 5, and so this putt for par, and this putt, whether it goes in or not, she's going to cash her first check as an LPGA member. A little frustration, but an awful lot of good play this week from the 18-year-old, and regardless of what she says, there's a little bit of pressure in that first start.
Didn't make any birdies on the back 9 after making 4 on the front. Finishing at 14 under par. Those 2 players in that shot right there, we're going to see a lot of them in the years to come on this tour. All right, here's Kim. She's ready.
Wasting no time, just trying to hit a solid 3-wood. Get it up there somewhere close. No chance really of getting to this green. And that's not going to be an easy shot. That's going to be a tough little flop shot to get up and down.
It's a bit of an awkward lead, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
It certainly is. If anything, she wanted to be in the left side of the fairway to get a little bit of the length of the green to work with.
Il-hee Lee is next.
Some 50 yards ahead of where Hyo-joo Kim hit. Aiming to the center of the green, hoping it peels a little right.
Good shot. Settle down nicely.
Se-young Kim, you'll recall she absolutely ripped her drive on this hole.
She ripped it 290 yards. Only has 179 yards left. 70 yards ahead of Hyo-joo Kim. Wants to hit this about 175 to ensure carrying the right side. Let's see how close she can get this. Pretty good looking shot.
Oh, really good. She'll have an eagle putt that would get her to 17 under par. The Junkanoo is getting ready for the trophy presentation.
Appreciate it, Vicky.
Annual street party and parade here in the Bahamas. Back on the tee, Stacey Lewis, 2 back.
A lengthy wait. They kept loose by watching some of the passing watercraft on the gorgeous ocean nearby, but right now it's time to hit the best drive of the day. If she can challenge that right side a little bit and leave herself some kind of club there, she could comfortably get home. This is pretty much right down the middle with a little fade and solidly struck.
That's step 1 for Lewis. We'll stay with this group.
Anna Nordquist, who has driven the ball beautifully all week. Starting the day, she had the ball striking stats lead amongst this final grouping, but not able to take advantage of it on the greens today as she has done all week. That one's left, headed at the bunker, begging for it to stop.
It's okay.
Yeah, they listened. That was a delayed golf clap, Judy.
And now Charlie Hull.
She gets about it quickly, doesn't she? Even the practice swing is quick. Body language is always quick. A lot of energy in this young lady. Doesn't give it too much thought, and that's refreshing. Oh, that's right. That needs to get lucky.
Well,
it did not.
It did not. We can actually see it from the camera angle. I don't know if that's playable, however.
Yeah, it's within the hazard, and it's in an area where I doubt seriously she's going to want to try to put a club on it.
So now up at the green, Hyo-Joo Kim pacing off this distance here. This is going to be a challenging shot.
She paced it up 30 yards, 30 paces to the front, and then she'll have an extra 6-7 yards to deal with. This shot, Judy, just requires a lot of confidence. It requires speed through the shot, relaxed hands, tension-free, and it's just a tough shot coming off this tight lie.
Yeah.
A lot of things can go wrong.
You've got to have precision contact.
Well, she went after it hard. And, you know, all things said, that's not the worst shot. She just didn't want to dump it in the bunker.
Hyo-Joo Kim carries a 2-shot lead up to the final green. Back at the Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic, live look at the 18th hole. Stacey Lewis 2 back in the fairway at this par 5. Hyo-Joo Kim, your leader, up on the green after a awkward leave. Pitched her third to here, and now we'll have this look at birdie.
Judy, this is one of those putts where you got to be careful. The speed could get away from you. Overall, not a lot of break.
And it does get quick right near the hole.
That was a fairly good lag, but I think she would like that right in the tap-in range. There's still something to think about.
Kim failed to birdie all 3 of the par 5s on the back 9 today. Stacey Lewis needs to do one better than that. Se-Young Kim.
What a beautiful 6-iron that was. And she really is locking into this putt. It's going to peel a little bit from her left to right. Oh, what a great roll. It never peeled.
No, it just stayed straight right at the hole, and it was going a proper speed.
Judy, she's never properly defended a tournament win, and this was her first chance at defending on the LPGA. Said she was nervous coming into this week about defending. Her mom said to relax and calm down.
Pretty good playing, though. You can't dispute the fact that 16 under isn't fine week.
She and Lewis now tied at that number, 2 shots behind Kim. Have to figure that Se-Young Kim knew where she stood on that putt. Now Il-hee Lee, the inaugural champion.
Starting off her year very well, and her eagle putt came up to this point. Judy, it's always nice if you can really get a good finish at the first event. It just starts your year off on the right fashion.
That'll be a top 5 finish for the 2013 champion at the Pure Silk-Bahamas LPGA Classic. 15 under for the week. So Kim now for her par, while Lewis waits in the fairway. She's safely in, but it's worth repeating. She did not birdie any of the par 5s on the back and had that bogey at 16 and still shot 66. If Lewis does something crazy here and makes eagle. While we have a moment, let's join Lisa.
Well, thank you here with 18-year-old Megan Kang, who just finished her first LPGA event as a professional. I think you captured the hearts of golf fans all across America this week. What was the experience like?
Oh, it's unimaginable. I've had so much fun out here, and I don't think anything can replace this kind of experience. I mean, to come out here and after 36 holes be tied for the lead, I think I never would have expected that coming out here as a rookie, but it's super exciting. I can't wait for the next few tournaments and the rest of the season.
Congratulations. We all can't wait to watch.
Thank you so much.
210, 215. Perfect.
Back out to the fairway now for Stacy Lewis.
202 front, 225 to the hole. Signal was 3. Looks like 3 wood. If that's the case, she's going to try and hit some kind of fade. The only chance to get it close is to hit that type of shot. You can't go directly at it and expect it to stop. Oh, that's low and right.
No!
Just stayed there short.
So if she's going to catch Hyo-Joo Kim, she'll have to chip that in. Lewis walks up the 18th in the Bahamas. Back in the Bahamas, since her last win in 2014 in Northwest Arkansas, Stacy Lewis has 11 top 3 finishes. 8 of those were runner-up finishes during that span. 6 of those in 2015 alone. Right now, she is tied for second, 2 shots back, playing her third here at the par 5.
If Hyo-Joo's shot was a 10 in difficulty, this one is more like a 6.
Yeah, to hole it, obviously that's asking for a lot, but the lie is excellent. It's basically teed up in the Bermuda rough, plenty of cushion under it to get the club comfortably under it, and it's slightly uphill. It's exactly what you would want. It might even be preferred to be in this rough than in the fairway with a very tight lie for this shot.
This to tie. That, by the way, is the 17th green that Lewis has hit in regulation today, but it will not be enough. Hyo-Joo Kim will secure her 3rd career LPGA Tour win. She won in Arizona last year.
He's eventually going to get it.
Had the win at the 2014 Evian as well. 9 times a winner on the Korean LPGA Tour. And Stacy Lewis has another runner-up finish to add to that streak, that span that we just talked about.
She's had a lot going on in the off season. She's going to be married later this year. She is making a move from Florida to Houston, and in fact, I think the boxes are still packed. I think the boxes have arrived in Houston, but they're still packed. So to come out the first week of the year and play as well as she has played, I think bodes pretty well. And she has seemed much more positive to me this week than she did all of last year, and I think that will pay off.
And Judy, I'm standing not far from her. She's staring at the leaderboard. She knows it's another one gone by, but certainly not the disappointment in the eyes that we saw many times last year when she let victories perhaps slip through her fingers. And she was saying the right things yesterday. I'm happy where my game's at. If I come out and win tomorrow, great, but I'm not going to judge it by that. So we might be seeing a new and improved mental version of Stacey Lewis this year.
This is Nordquist for eagle. This would jump her to 17 under.
Yeah, that's a technicality.
Yeah.
This is just hope to get something up there that you don't have to work too hard for birdie.
Maybe not too hard, but you have to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in the ballpark.
That's her dad. Is that her dad? Perfect.
20 years old. Still makes her home in South Korea. This is her first appearance at this event for Hyo-Joo Kim. As we go back to the green at 18, it's going to be, I believe, Charlie Hull next.
She is, and this would be a pretty amazing birdie. Was able to play that second shot out of the hazard quite comfortably. It wasn't that bad a lie, and wedged it out. Then another pitching wedge to here from 130 yards, and an outside chance of finishing with a 4.
At the very least, she saved herself a lot of money by being able to play it out of that hazard. We were wondering if she could get a club on it, and she could. Able to save par after the wayward tee shot. Stays inside the top 10.
One more.
It's been a phenomenal run for Lewis. By reciting those stats, we certainly don't want to make it sound like she's not played well. She's played exceptionally well. But for a player who keeps standards as high as she keeps them, to not have a win in that span is unusual, quite honestly.
And also to have really numerous opportunities to win, and either with a little slip on Stacey's part or somebody else doing something, you know, off the charts, it just hadn't happened.
A Sunday 68 for Stacey Lewis, 5 under par. It's going to leave her 2 shots behind the winner, Hyo-Joo Kim.
Makes this a big money putt for Anna Nordquist. She is going to jump into a tie for second if she can make this one.
She's made a bundle of this length putt this week, and not a lot of players can say that. Maybe just a left center putt.
Nordquist was the overnight leader. Just didn't make many birdies today. But that one felt pretty good. 5 birdies, 1 bogey for Anna Nordquist. And she will jump up into that tie for second, as Judy mentioned, at 16 under par. And a good week for Charlie Hull. Round of 71, which is 2 The victory shower for Hyo-Ju Kim. Traditionally now there's some shaving cream that's supposed to be involved here, but maybe they haven't found it yet. Let's head down to talk to Jerry Foltz.
Well, Hyo-Ju was lobbying for her fellow competitors and friends out here on tour not to do that. Nonetheless, she got the water shower, which is kind of nice, I guess, and refreshing down here on the islands. But Minji Lee is going to interpret for us. Hyo-Ju, first question is, what was your mindset starting the day when you got here and you saw that it was calm and there were some good numbers being posted out there?
Oh.
You're going to interpret?
Oh, yeah. Well, she said her goals coming into today was top 10, but obviously it turned out she won. So, yeah, she's really happy about that, and she's really pleased.
Okay, we asked some of these questions beforehand. Were you nervous, and when did you get nervous?
마지막 홀에 조금 긴장을 했어요. 왜냐면 두 타 차밖에 안 났고 마지막 홀에는 뭐 투온 찬스가 있기 때문에 마지막은 조금 긴장했던 것 같아요. So she looked at the leaderboard when she was walking up on the last hole, but she already knew that she had a two-shot. There was only 2 shots in between her and Stacey, so she knew that on the last hole, it's you can get on for 2. So she was a little nervous coming up 18.
All right, congratulations on your 3rd win.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well done.